Stop number 10 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the first road course stop on the season. Excuse me. As we're here today for running the Fram Autolite 350K at Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma, California. As we're set for 17 laps on this 2-mile road course with the short chute on it. So we'll see what happens here today on this track. Starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it's Kyle Matthews in car 25, the Kodiak Chevrolet. He's alongside number 42, Trent Dunham, the car Kyle drove last season, except it was for the the regular default cut mod. But anyway, both these drivers have yet to win this season, so we'll see what happens if one of them those two can pull it off today or not. Second row is Levi McIntyre, number 99, the XI Batteries SKF Ford. He's alongside number 20, that's Rafael Leduc, two-time winner this season so far. He won the Daytona 500, and he also won at Rockingham. McIntyre, by the way, was the winner at Darlington. Third row has car number 3, Cole Deaver, the winner at North Wilkesboro, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And number 98, Seth Coles, alongside in the Haas Automation Ford, car number 98. Fourth row has the winner at Bristol this season, Jessica Shelton, the Kana-chan TV Ford, or Chevrolet, I should say, car number 94. She's flanked by number 44. That's Alex Miller in the Hot Wheels, Chevrolet. Next row down is Nathan Orman, car number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. He's Interstate Batteries Toyota, excuse me. Beside him was Charles Sanford, number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. He won at Talladega this season, the Winston 500. Next row, Joshua Osborne, car 45, the Spree prepaid phone car Chevrolet. He's alongside number 88, Matt McIntyre, the winner at Richmond in the Nationwide Insurance Chevrolet. Next row down, Keith Badson, car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 2, Dylan Young, who won at Martinsville this season. Next row down is car 29, that's Zachary Fitzwater, Hardy's Oldsmobile, or Hardy's Chevrolet, I should say. There's no Oldsmobiles for MN Cup 19. What are you talking about? The Hardy Chevrolet, he's alongside number 43. That's Mike Becker in the STP Chevrolet. Next row down has Quentin Moore, car 21, the Citgo Ford, and number 22, the Caterpillar Toyota of Dylan Poteet. Next row down is Benjamin Miles in the FedEx Ground Toyota, car number 11, and number 71, Ryan Butcher in the Lifebuoy Soap Chevrolet. Next row down is Laura Chung in car 01, the U.S. Army Chevrolet, and number 26, Quaker State Ford of Daniel Voiles. Next row down has number 70, Daniel Bouchard, and number 5, Phil Parker. Next row down is number 48, Caleb Fogler, and number 33, Harrison Ponder. Next row is number 66, Eric Monaco, and number 34, James Sykes. Then it's Next row down is number 7. Dadgummit. Next row down is number 7, JT Bryant, and 14, Allison Rain. Then it's Cody McGurk, and number 68, and number 30, Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down has number 10, Kat Batson, and number 6, and it's Austin Reed. Next row down is number 12, 12 car Zach Winkle, and number 16 of Gabby Conklin. Next row down is 15, Nathan Hudson, and number 17, that is Jesse Turner. Next row down has number 1, Stephen Colon, and number 4, William Brock. And starting shotgun is number 8, Amanda Evans, and the Boazar Chevrolet. Starting on the starting shotgun in the field for today's race. So the field of 41 cars about to get set for racing here today on this 2-mile racetrack, as we mentioned, in Sonoma, California. 17 laps of racing in the Fram Autolite 350K. It's the first of 3 races we'll be having on a road course. We also be doing Riverside this season, and also Watkins Glen as well too. So here's the command to fire the engines for today's first road race of the season.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command given to fire the engines as we get some racing here today. As the pace car leads the field around the track for the pace app. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car is leading the field down for turn number 11. That's the second of 2 hairpins on this course here at Sonoma Raceway. as they will make their way around this corner. Pace car is ducking off on the pit road as the green flag's about to fly for racing here today, as is Kyle Matthews and Trent Dunham leading to the start-finish line, and the green flag waves, and let's go road racing here at Sonoma. Under the bridge they go through turns 1A and then turn number 2. In-car cameras today will be carried by your pole sitter Kyle Matthews. Jessica Shelton will be carrying an in-car camera, as will also the third camera will lie on the car of Dylan Young. Trent Dunham staying close there with Kyle Matthews as they come down off turn number 7. There you see the field. They're lined up single file through the S's here at this track. That's turn number 10 they're going through right now, and heading for turn number 11 here at Sonoma Raceway. We'll see. We'll see what through one of the in-car cameras how it's like to ride a lap around the track. This track here at Sonoma Raceway. As Matthews comes around to complete the first lap here in the lead, he has gone winless so far this season. He went winless last season, and hoping to get his first victory since season 30 in this series here as he goes down through turn number 2. Matthews had some good runs last season and he finished decently in the points though, but last season he had a lot of funny stuff going on last season, and last season he had a couple races where he should have won, and unfortunately things all went to shambles for him after that. As we watch Trent Dunham and Rafael LeDuc go at it for position. Levi McIntyre following them in 4th position. Cole Deaver running in 5th in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Then Seth Coles in 6th. Jessica Shelton is in 7th. 8th is Nathan Orman, as he's gotten past Alex Miller in 9th position. And Charles Sanford runs in 10th. 11th is Matt McIntyre. Joshua Osborne's 12th. Keith Badson's in 13th. Battle for 14th going on between the 43 of Mike Becker and the 2 of Dylan Young. Dylan looks outside, now he tucks back in behind the 43 car. And meantime, Keith Batson now trying to get by Joshua Osborne, and he's going through turns number 11. Now through turn number 12, Osborne's got the preferred groove on the inside lane. Tries to keep ahead of Batson. He does so for the time being. And meanwhile, Matt McIntyre did the same thing that Charles Sanford tried to do. The same thing that Charles Sanford, I should say. But Charles, same story, as he got kept in behind, or kept in ahead of the 88 car. Dylan Young's in-car camera here. He hit the wall, come off the 4th corner, and now let's see, he goes through this corner right here, turn number 7. Turn 8 right here. There's 8A up ahead. Yep, there's 8A right here. Turn number 9. Puts her in 4th gear, but only briefly. Actually, it's in 4th gear for quite a while there. Here comes off turn number 10, and oh baby, here we go, turn number 11. First gear through turn number 11 at about 40 miles an hour through that area. It's off the 11th corner, down through turn number 12, 3rd gear. High gear for only briefly right there through turn number 1, 147 miles an hour through that area. Then he'll get it low down big time, turn number 2, that 2nd gear. And Joshua Osborne got off the track here and lost a few positions here. And I think he may have a problem. He does indeed, and Osborne gets hit by the 26 car of Daniel Bulls. Laura Chung was also involved in the crash. Osborne had problems off turn number 2 there. He had slowed down dramatically on the front stretch, or not on the front stretch, but going up the hill. And he's trying to get out of everybody's way. Instead, he gets hit by the 01 and 26 cars both. And Osborne likely, well, if he had a problem with his car then, he certainly has got one now with being crashed out. Meantime, Kyle Matthews is going to lead him back to the start-finish line. Let's take a look back at what happened on lap number 4. So keep your eye on the speed right there for Osborne's car. He's getting low down. Things are looking okay at this point. Up through turn number 2, and he goes up. Oh, he went up the high side right there, messed up a little bit there, right there, trying to stay ahead of Keith Batson. And Osborne, he had a problem. Apparently something let go on that number 45 car. Whether it was an engine or transmission or what, because that car slowed dramatically, as we mentioned, through turns off turn number 2. Watch the 0-1 of Laura Chung and 26. Chung just knocks Osborne right into the path of the 26 car Daniel Voiles, and Voiles had nowhere to go. But crumpled, yeah, you can definitely read the quicker state on that hood right there. That's not a good sign in this case where it's read up like that. Real time for Joshua Osborne. I mean, that was a heartbreaker. He was running 12th when this all happened. Well, so that was caution number 1 here at Sonoma Raceway. And Osborne's still on pit road here at this point of the track here. So we'll get set for the restart right after this. So the back end still damaged up in the number 45 car, but they have sent Joshua Osborne back out on the racetrack here. So trying to gain whatever points he can possible, though. There you see the cars. Only one car out of race. That's the 26 car Daniel Voiles out with a clutch failure on his quicker state Ford. And the 45 car of Osborne is a lap down in 40th position. Laura Chung, meanwhile, is running 21st. She did not pit despite the damage on her number 01 machine, so she thinks she could still probably make a go at it. Well, we'll see if she does or not. As we come off turn number 11 right now is Joshua Osborne, I should say Kyle Matthews, I should say the leader of the race. Second is Trent Dunham. Third is Levi McIntyre. Fourth is Rafael LeDuc. And Cole Devers in fifth. Green flag flies back underway. Lap number 7. Here comes McIntyre inside of LeDuc for position. He's got it. So move Levi up to third position. Seth Cole gets a little squirrely. Come off turn number 2. And he moves up the track right there. Jessica Shelton zips by Seth. Seth, meantime, tries to go back inside of Jess to go come off turn number 4. And let's see what happens in turn number 7 here. Seth goes low. Jess goes high. And Jess still remains ahead there. In the meantime, Cole Deaver's gotten by the 20 car. Rafael Duker tries to get by him. There's the 20 and the 3 cars. Then Deaver got up on the curbing a bit. They're up on the rumble strips. And Jessica Shelton like a panther just stalking everybody else. Yes, and she gets by. Deaver tries to. Deaver has the inside lane on the 94 car. Shelton as they go into turn number 11. Deaver gets back by in the 3 car here, and here comes Nathan Orman, car number 18. And we're under yellow again for the second time. Looks like there's as the red flag is waved by one of the pit starters. And it's car number 29, Zachary Fitzwater, who's crashed in the Hardee's Chevrolet. And he'll make his way on the pit road, 35 miles an hour. The pit road speed limit is what's supposed to be at Sonoma Raceway. Take a look at what happened to car number 29. So basically almost the same thing we saw with Osborne a little bit earlier. In fact, he was ahead of Osborne when this all happened here. Fitzwater got a little bit, and he comes off turn number 7. He did not slow up any dramatically at all. He didn't slow up dramatically at all. He just drives right into the 14 car of Allison Rain. And just takes the 14 car out. That was almost a blatant cheap shot right there for the 29 machine. Let's see if there's another view of this whole thing too. Yes, there's the hood. Yeah. That's solid hood buckle right there on the number 30 on the 33 car of Harrison Ponder. We'll get a look at that here in a minute. Far chase speed never lies, so we'll see what happens here between what happened here. Fitzwater gets right up at... Allison got a run right there, and I don't know what happened between the 14 and 20. I don't know who hit who in this one, and that was a tough call between the Fitzwater and Rain, but that was... Regardless, though, they both got damaged up race cars here, and we'll check and see what happened to the 11 and 33 cars here in a minute. Well, my mistake, I thought the 11 and 33 car thing was a recent phenomenon here, but watch what happened. Laura Chung just turns Dylan Poteet right into Benjamin Miles coming off turn number 2. This is what caused the damage to Benjamin Miles' machine, the 11 machine, as they come off the corner here, and so that's probably why the 11 car got some damage on that FedEx Ground Toyota here, and I think Ponder's damage came from a simple hood buckle, obviously, and I think the hood buckle came from probably when he reared into somebody on the restarts, what it's looked like. So we're going to get set for the restart here. It'll be on lap number 10. Kyle Matthews is your leader of the race here. Let's go through the field rundown here. Second position is Trent Dunham. Third is Levi McIntyre. Fourth is Rafaela Duke. Fifth is Cole Deaver. Jessica Shelton runs in sixth position. Seventh is Cole Deaver. Eighth is Nathan Orman. Ninth is Alex Miller. 10th is Keith Batts. And 11th is Charles Sanford. 12th is Matt McIntyre. 13th, Mike Becker. 14th, Dylan Young. 15th is Ryan Butcher. Quentin Moore, 16th. 17th is Danny Bouchard. 18th position is Caleb Fogler. 19th is Laura Chung. And Philip Parker right now runs in 10th position. As the green flag's about to fly, we'll be on lap number 10 when this race restarts. And from Jessica Shelton's point of view, let's take a ride with her on the restart. Saw her trying to use the bumper to Cole Deaver's car right there, just about turn him right into Rafaela Duke's car. Meantime, Levi McIntyre, you see up ahead, they're trying to get by Trent Dunham for second place there between the 29 and 42 cars. McIntyre does get second place there, but Dunham trying to fight back in that 42 car. Meantime, Seth Cole has gotten back by Shelton. That's for sixth place. And now McIntyre trying to catch Kyle Matthews. There's a pair of Buckeyes going into here, both of them from the state of Ohio. And both of them are from southern Ohio, and I'm not going to tell you which cities they live in, neither. And there you see the margin between the 25 and 99 cars here. 1.17 seconds is the margin between the front two machines. As they come off turn number 2, back on board with Jessica Shelton. She runs 7th position right now. Up ahead of her is Seth Cullen, 6th. And you see Jess there hard on the brakes there, down about 48 miles an hour in second gear. In turn number 7, now she comes down through the S's. It's all downhill from there, literally, because it is downhill section of the course. In the third gear, slams it down in the high gear now. Fourth gear, 144 miles an hour in turn number 10. Let's see how she negotiates turn number 11 here. She tries to outbrake Seth Cole to try to get close to him. Ooh, and Jess slipped a little bit through turn number 11, and she gets through there. First gear on that course. That part of the course. Third gear. High gear now, across the start-finish line. And you see her up to about 147 miles an hour into turn number 1. And down about 62, 61 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 2. So she runs in 7th position. Up behind her is Nathan Orman running in 8th. And now Seth Cole trying to give chase to the 3 car of Cole Deaver. Up the corner they come here. Deaver keeps that number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet up through this area. Up to speed, I should say. There's the field right there. You see, there's the field as you see it here. Give the rest of the field rundown right there for you here. Eric Monaco runs in 21st. 22nd position is JT Bryant. Austin Reed has moved this way through the field nicely. He's in 23rd position as he now moves inside of JT for position. That's for 22nd between the 7 and the 6 machines here. Austin Reed has the outside lane now coming through turn number 12. And let's see what he does in the turn number 1. JT pulls ahead of him for now. Meantime, Eric Monaco trying to get around Laura Chung for 20th in the order. Cody McGurk, hood, buckle, and all runs in 24th position right now. 25th is Roberto Crown Jr. James Sykes. He's gotten rear-ended a little bit in that Love's Travel Stop Chevrolet Ford. He runs in 26th. 27th is Kat Batson. Harrison Ponder 28th. Jesse Turner's 29th. 30th is Zach Winkle. And there's a battle going on here. 31st and 32nd. That's William Brock and Nathan Hudson going in it. The 4 and the 15 cars. Dylan Poteet runs 34th. Runs in 33rd, I should say. 34th is Gabby Conklin. Stephen Colon. Benjamin Miles. There's Amanda Evans. Joshua Osborne and Allison Rain. And Zachary Fitzwater to top field as of right now here. But this is the man they're all chasing, Kyle Matthews at number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. He has now got 4 laps remaining in this race. Here in the beautiful wine country of Sonoma, California. Kyle's won here on this track before here, and he's looking for a second Sonoma victory. It'll be, as we mentioned, it'll be his first in season 30 when he last won. He went season 31 winless. He's in the All-Star race regardless if he wins today or not, because he is a former series champion. As is McIntyre and Dunham and Deaver and Shelton and Seth and Charles Sanford in 10th position. And by the way, the drivers that are in the All-Star race that's in the top 10 right now that's not won a championship but has won this season so far is Rafaela Duke and Matt McIntyre. Those two are in the All-Stars as well too. So those two get to be in the All-Star race. This season. The All-Star race, by the way, is for the drivers who have not won this season. The yellow flag looks like it's flown again, and Cody McGurk has stalled on pit road, or stalled, I should say, on the track here. He's towed on the pit road in car 68, the Country Time Ford. Hot looking paint scheme on that revamp of that Country Time machine there, made famous by Bobby Hamilton, but day looks like it's done for that machine here. So we'll take a look at what happened. I think we mentioned you had a hood buckle area. I think it came from restarts where people just tend to plow into each other. There you see Cody. Yeah, Cody's car is just, I think just like I saw with Joshua Osborne earlier before he got crashed his car. Something apparently mechanical failure on that machine right there, and looks like with McGurk's car, as you see him right there on pit road right now. So apparently maybe like Osborne a little bit earlier, his car suffered a little bit of a mechanical failure, and it's probably going to be, and see if they can get it repaired. Problem is we're down to 3 laps remaining right now, but I don't know if we'll get this race restarted or not. We'll see if we do or not. Well, we gotten word is a clutch failure on the number 68 Country Time Ford that has knocked Cody McGurk out of the race here. So out of this race. So the pace cars lights are still on. And they have already gotten the white flag. So this race is gonna end under caution here at Sonoma. And barring any problems in the last lap of the race here, Kyle Matthews is gonna get his first victory of the season. Number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet, the 1994 Ken Schrader colors. Will get, as we mentioned, get a win here today. He'll become the 9th different winner in the first 10 races of the season here. Only Rafaela Duke has won twice so far. And second place will go to Levi McIntyre. Third to Trent Dunham. Fourth to Rafael LeDuc. And Cole Deaver will be fifth place finisher. So top four drivers were basically all from the YWC community right there, I guess you might say, too. The NNSCRA's version of the wrestling committee. But anyway, all four of them WWE fans as well, too. But anyway, but sixth place will go to the Queen of the Road, Jessica Shelton. Seventh will go to Seth Cole. Eighth position will go to Nathan Orman. Ninth to Matt McIntyre. And Charles Sanford will finish in 10th. 11th will go to Mike Becker. 12th will go to Dylan Young. 13th to Quentin Moore. 14th to Ryan Butcher. A solid day for the 71 team for Butcher as he started as he had a good qualifying run here today for this weekend, and he came up through the field nicely. He finishes 14th in the Dave Marcus colors. Danny Bouchard, car number 70, rebounds back from that last place finish at Talladega. He ends up finishing 15th. 16th to Phil Parker, 17th to Caleb Vogler, 18th to Laura Chung, 19th to Eric Monaco, and Austin Reed with a top 20 place finish. He ends up finishing 20th. Keith Batson dropped to 21st, and JT Bryant, Roberto Crown Jr., James Sykes, Kat Batson, Harrison Ponder, Alex Miller dropped to 27th. Then Jesse Turner, Nathan Hudson, and William Brock, the top 30. And there's the field come through turn number 11 and 12. As it'll come across the start-finish line, there's the checker flag waving. And the first win of the season goes to car number 25, Kyle Matthews. Wins the Fram Autolite 350K at Sonoma. It is his second victory on this track and first of the season for the proud Buckeye from the state of Ohio. In fact, it's an all-Ohio top two, as a matter of fact, too. Levi McIntyre, as we mentioned, finished second. Also from the southern part of Ohio, as Matthews also is. But average speed, 71.147 miles an hour in here today. As we'll give you the rest of the rundown for you here in just a minute. So 10 races are in the books. 10 races are in the books. Here we gave you the top 30 already in this race here. Rest of the finishing order for you here: Dylan Poteet 31st, Zach Winkle 32nd, Gabby Conklin 33rd, 34th will go to Benjamin Miles, Stephen Colon 35th, Amanda Evans 36th, 37th will go to Allison Rain, Zachary Fitzwater, the last car to finish on the lead lap, comes home 38th. Joshua Osborne, the only car to finish the race here today, did not finish on the lead lap. He ends up finishing 39th after his problems about in the middle of the race. Cody McGurk and Daniel Voiles, the only two cars that finished out of the race, both because of, well, both of them because of clutch failures on their machines. So tough break for those two drivers as well, too. So that will do it here today at Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma, California. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Story Cell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. If you want in on future seasons of Seth's series, please be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. Also be sure to check out our other two channels that does NNSCRA offline series. Those two channels being X86753985AX, that's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series from Thrashman 899, Levi McIntyre's channel. So be sure to subscribe to those two channels for some cool stuff, as well as subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do it here today at Sonoma Raceway as the field rolls down pit road to take it to the garage area and prepare for Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is next on the tour for the Winston All-Star Race. Always an exciting event too. So for now, this is James Cole. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you in Charlotte for the Winston.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?